If you can drive it from a place of your values and your skills and who you are, that's going to be easier for you to direct it and keep it going and be motivated than if you're trying to do something where you're not an expert and you're having to fake it every day, and you'll start to feel like who I am and who I am as the business owner is different, and I'm swapping between these personalities every day, and it's gonna burn you out. I think that there's a big part in this, Will, particularly for you, and that the reason that the first thing that we do in the brand strategy is your why. Right, we start with you, and that generally, when we do that call, that is a whole call just on that first tab, which is like, who are you? What do you like? What's your spark? Like what gets you excited? But also, like, what are you good at? What's your history? What did you study at uni? What did you always want to do? What trade did you have? Like, what job have you had? What skill sets do you have? What qualities, techniques, personality traits? What's all that stuff look like? Because as like most of the businesses in the circle, it's one or two people, and it's a personal business. So the brands that can bring who they are into what the brand is, generally, that the more you can get that tightly knitted, the better the business feels and the easier it is to drive the business forward, because I'm using my experience, putting that into the product and the brand, and it's natural. So kind of where I'm getting to is that a lot of the brands that I see where they used to be like, take Landon for example. He used to be a Sparky, and now he does fit outs for off-grid buses, right? So he can talk about, I used to be a Sparky, I trained as a Sparky, I know this space, I know how to wire stuff together. He can do custom wiring diagrams. So he can go into a tradie group and they can ask questions, and he goes, oh no, that's not a 20 volt, it's a 40 volt. And when I build the systems, it's better that you do it this way and tape it this way. And because he's got that technical expertise, he can live and he can dominate in that space because he has that topical authority. Yeah. Whereas someone like yourself, maybe that doesn't have that background, and you step into that world, you might just get decimated, right? Because people are like, what the you know, like you're not a tradie, you don't know us, you don't talk our language, you don't understand us, and you'll be trying to kind of make that up and kind of fake it in that environment. Yeah. Again, we're kind of shit testing here and throwing things out, but that is an aspect, right? So where we see businesses, Toy Box Tales, they do really well in the toy space because Sarah trained in childhood development, and she understands how a child needs to play with a certain thing and what it's doing and how it's helping them develop. So when she does her videos, she talks about, hey, this is great for 4-year-olds because at this level of development, they're all about touch and feel and how shapes go together, and that's going to help them develop at that stage of life. And people go, oh, well, I'll buy that because I have a 4-year-old and she knows what she's talking about. Because she has that skill set, she brings that into the brand. So this is where we see success, particularly at this level, because you're not a multinational, that you don't have that scope and scale. It's you, right? And whether you're going to be the face of the brand because you're driving the brand, if you can drive it from a place of your values and your skills and who you are, that's going to be easier for you to direct it and keep it going and be motivated than if you're trying to do something where you're not an expert and you're having to fake it every day, and you'll start to feel like who I am and who I am as the business owner is different, and I'm swapping between these personalities every day, and it's going to eventually it's going to burn you out because it's not going to feel very nice. Because you get this divergence between here's Will's life and here's the business, and you get 5 years down the track and you're like, this doesn't feel very good anymore. So that's a really important aspect to go like, who are you? What's your background? What's your uniqueness? And how can you bring that to your brand?